Good morning. This is Trish. I'm here with Rachel Carmen. Rachel Carmen is the author of How Many Times Do I Have to Tell You? And it's a fantastic book. We're starting a book club, and Rachel's the author. So, Rachel, tell us about the book.
Okay, so the book, and this is my mother's copy. So if you ever book,
you don't travel with a copy of your book?
I travel with a copy of my book. No.
Okay.
So I'm actually at my mom and dad's house. We're on vacation.
Fun.
So this is a book that I wrote because I had an arresting experience with my son one day when I wanted him to listen to me when I was talking to him, to look at me when I was talking to him. And in that moment, it's like a light shone from heaven. And God was like, yeah, Rachel, when are you going to do that? And I mean, seriously, it was truly an arresting moment. I felt like it was like, oh, and I just kind of went, oh my goodness. And he ran off. I think he was thrilled that I was having a moment with God. He ran off, and I sat there and I was like, I have been holding my children to a different standard than I have been living. I have been expecting them to listen and obey me, but I haven't been listening and obeying him. Oh my goodness. And they probably noticed that. P.S. Yes, they have.
Inconsistencies they always pick up on.
Yep. Yeah. So I sat down at my desk. Don't think grandiose or glorious or organized or neat or anything when I say the word sat down at my desk. Think piles of miscellaneous and sundry items all over. Think of me trying to find a writing instrument that actually writes. Think of me finding like a computer too. I mean, don't think that this is this glorious place. Anyway, I sat down at my desk and I started writing out all of the things that I had been saying to my kids. And every time I wrote one out, I was like, that's exactly what God's trying to say to me. And I would write something else. And that's exactly what God's trying to say to me. And I would write something. I was like, oh my goodness. And first it was just, I think my original list, I have all of my original notes, which is kind of cool. But I think my original list was like 23 things. Clearly I am verbose. So I was saying.
She is very verbose, y'all. She has 68.
It's well, yeah, the list grew. But it was so amazing because here I was a mom caught up in mothering, which meant sticky floors and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and changing diapers and trying to keep the laundry rotated.
Before it starts smelling.
Ooh, yeah. I bought a lot of ammonia in those days, throw some ammonia in it and clean it all up. Anyway, and I had not been taking time with him. And I guess I kind of felt like that was a relationship. My relationship with God was a relationship that was like shelved.
I know.
That sounds awful, but
it's
at least
true.
It was. I mean, I was just exhausted and tired. I didn't know if I was coming or going. And
I know.
And in that moment, I was like, God still wants a relationship with me. He's still pursuing me. And it was so exciting. I was like, this isn't over. And he does care. And he's listening. And yeah, it was very exciting.
I know. And for me, reading through this book, I can't tell you. Well, I've shown you. Look at all my highlights. I mean, I'm like, I honestly feel like you're speaking to me in half of it. I mean, I feel like we're kindred souls, and I'm going, yep. I mean, look. I mean, really, when I highlight 2/3 of the page, my goodness, it's like, really? I might as well just take a marker and just highlight the whole thing. But I love it. It is such a great book. And then when I get two colors going on, Rachel, we're really, this is good stuff going on.
Serious.
But seriously, I get that. I totally get how busy we get, how crazy life gets, how... the very first thing we do is put ourselves on the back shelf. And that's essentially what we're doing. When we're putting God over here, we're essentially saying that we don't have the time for us to spend with him.
Right.
It's not about him. It's about us. We don't have time. We're not taking care of ourselves again.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. So why did you want to have a book club?
Well, I wanted to invite other people into this incredible, I mean, to me, this was a game changer. It did, and it changed several different things. It changed my relationship with God. It reminded me just how much he wants a relationship with me, and that it didn't have to stagnate, and he hadn't given up on me. I think sometimes, I remember as a mom just thinking, oh, he's probably just given up on me. I mean, I don't know when I've had quiet time. God.
Well, yeah. 12 years? I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I just thought he just, and in that moment I realized that no, it wasn't over and he did care and he was right there. That changes your mothering, your parenting completely when you realize that the God of the universe is right there with you. So it changed my parenting. It changed my perspective on what I said to my kids and the fact that God was still pursuing me and that he wasn't satisfied with where I was. I don't know where I learned this, but somewhere along the line, I thought that I would get to a point in my life and I just sort of coast in, and it's not that way at all. Our relationship with God isn't that way at all. He doesn't want us to coast in. He's never satisfied until we're made into the image of his son, which means I've got a really long way to go. And so I wanted to share all those things with other moms. I wanted to say, look, we're on the same team. Let's do this together. And Trish, you and I've talked about this for a long time. We need each other as moms. We really need each other. And we need to be encouraging each other to listen to God. We need to be encouraging each other to speak to our children in a way that honors God. We need to encourage each other to be the best moms we can be and daughters of the King. And so often we allow all these other things to separate us, things that don't matter. And I guess it's been about maybe 20 years ago, we let the enemy of our souls come in and segregate our worship. Do you remember that period of time, Tricia, when you drive by a church and it would say traditional at 8:30 and contemporary at 11?
Or Friday nights. Yeah, let's say Saturday nights.
Oh, it was terrible. And the very thing that brought us into the presence of God, the enemy came in and just hijacked it and splintered it. And whole churches were divided. Families were separated. Friendships ended over the very thing that brought us into the presence of God. I think we've allowed that to happen with us with mothers. We allow things come in. Well, I have 15. Oh, well, I have 23 or I have 4. It doesn't matter. It's insane. I live in a siding house. I live in a brick house. I live on this. It doesn't matter. I live in the city and country. And we've allowed him to come in and he's given us each other as a blessing. And we've allowed stupid things to separate us. And I would really hope that we could come around this book and celebrate his voice and his direction and his love for each one of us as moms, just as moms.
Yep. That's why I get pulling moms. On this one, we're actually hoping this is something we're going to announce right here. We're going to announce it in the group too, because some of y'all won't be here. But anyway, we're going to be actually asking y'all. See, it's too early to even talk. Okay, actually asking y'all. I have Sundrop. I'm just not drinking it. Asking y'all to invite a friend. And we're actually hoping that you're going to invite a friend that is not necessarily a homeschooling mom, because again, this is about all of us coming together. So y'all are going to be getting that invite in the group if you're already in the group. And if you're not in the group, you join the group to get that invite, right? Okay, so what do you want to say to the mamas? They're getting ready. We have a few. I think we have about 100 that have already joined, and I think we're going to end up with somewhere around 500 before it's all over with. She says, okay, these woman said, I think I needed more caffeine before this live chat. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I get that. Believe me.
Me too.
We did too, apparently. But what we really want to do with the book club is to bring moms together. And so that's why we're opening up. Yes, Rachel is extremely well known in the homeschool world. She and her husband own Apologia. And so Apologia is it is my choice for science, period. But that now are expanding in so many other areas. So anyway, most people know Rachel from that and from her speaking at the conventions and from her being a homeschool mom. But she's more than just a homeschool mom. She's a mom. And that's where we're going to bring everybody together. So y'all are everybody here in the group. Okay, so cast your vision. Tell us about you have said that exact same thing about you want us to be there for each other. So cast your vision for the group. I mean, you're going to be in there with us every single week. You're going to be talking to us.
I'm so excited.
I know.
I think so. The beginning of my motherhood journey began on a very quiet street in Akron, Ohio. when I moved into a neighborhood where one of the other mothers had been praying for about 5 years that God would send in other stay-at-home moms into that neighborhood. And we moved into that neighborhood. We were the answer to someone's prayer, which in and of itself is pretty amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was incredible. And there were 5 of us that were on that street, and we were all homeschool moms. We're not homeschool moms. We were not all homeschool moms. We were all moms. And every Thursday we got together for a Bible study. We came together around God's word. And those women, I mean, still, that's been 23 years ago. Wow. Those women still today, I think of those women and studies that we had, different things that they said, their names still make me smile. And it wasn't because we did everything in common. There were only 2 of the 5 that went to the same church even. We had all different kinds of denominations represented, different educational choices represented, different family sizes represented. And we came around God's word. We came around wanting to honor him in our marriages, in our parenting, and our personal relationships with each other and with him. And that's really what I want to do. I kind of want to get back to where we used to be. We used to be moms. We used to ask each other's advice. We used to trust each other. We used to pray together. We used to care about each other. And we've gotten away from that. And then I want this to be a way for us to come together and not let these other things separate us. And I'm not saying for us to put our passions and our convictions aside. I'm just saying let's focus them on him and our relationship with him. And then the other stuff I really think will work out. I think the problem has been we've been focusing on the other stuff, and we've allowed that to splinter us. And we have an opportunity now to come back around our relationship with him. And that's really what it should have been about all along. So I'm really excited. I'm real excited that everybody who's already joined, I'm looking forward to everybody else who will join. I'm praying over each one of you that God will bless you abundantly in this adventure that we're going to take together, this journey. I'm really excited about what God's going to do. And I'm praying that he'll just show off in a mighty way to all of us. And I hope that we'll meet some new friends and be able to celebrate his goodness together.
And the name of the group, Living Before the Throne, should tell you that in and of itself, right? Rachel picked that name. That's not the name of her book, obviously, but it is her heart. And so that's why we named it that. So we're excited, Rachel. We cannot wait to get this going.
I'm really excited. And I do want to say, though, so the whole idea of Living Before the Throne was something that I decided when we were doing some work on my promotion or whatever a couple of years ago. And we came up with Living Before the Throne. And so I've really embraced that personally. And I just want to warn some of you who think that's kind of a cute name or whatever, and you like it and you're latching onto it. I want to warn you. You are probably going to get what I've gotten over the last 2 years. And that's a lot of opportunities to walk by faith and actually live like he's on the throne. You're going to have lots of opportunities to panic, lots of opportunities to want to yell and scream. And every one of those is just an opportunity to trust him and really live like he's on the throne, really live like he's got it. And so I think that's a great invitation. And I think it's exciting too, because when you start holding that banner up, he's going to give you opportunities to exercise that. So now we're exercising it together.
That's right. And we're excited.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, that was it. We really just wanted to come here. We wanted you to meet Rachel. If you have not spoken to Rachel and seen Rachel, if y'all have any questions or if you want to pop in on the call, we are more than welcome. The seat is unlocked. Come on in. I know, I had to go get my makeup and my hair on because I wasn't supposed to be on a call today. So if you don't want to do it, we totally understand. Rachel was going to do, remember that thing we did in the beginning with she, for whatever reason, her phone would not allow her to do live videos this morning. And so, I know, it's that morning. So anyway, so if y'all don't want to pop in, we understand. But if you have any questions or somebody already asked, is this an invite to non-homeschool moms? Yes, it is, but only invite one. We're hoping to keep the group around 500 or so because that's a lot as it is. And so 250 homeschool moms have been invited via Apologia, which we went through and, just we prayed over y'all and figured out which one we felt were the best match for us. And so those 250 have already been invited and welcomed. And so if you invite one, that's 500. And that's going to be our goal. If you have somebody you desperately want in that's two, we'll go ahead and invite two. We're not going to, but in general, we're hoping for around 500.
Right.
So how do we get our friends into the Facebook group? Do we need to email the admin to say who we've invited? Yes, that conversation's coming. If you're already in the group, I will be telling you about that here this afternoon. Okay. So yay, Rachel. So where are you? You're in North Carolina. You're on the coast of North Carolina, right?
I'm in South Carolina.
Whatever. You left us?
I am, yeah. I'm in, my mom and dad have a place here in Hilton Head, and so we're in Hilton Head.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend, and headed to see my son who's working at Disney.
Oh.
So he is doing a college internship at Disney, and we felt like it was time. I mean, if he was there, we had to go visit him, you know. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's tough life, isn't it?
It is. It's just really rough. And so we're going to head down there today, and then my mom and dad are going to come down, and I'm going to tour with them just one day, and that's going to be really sweet. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, and then the next 2 weeks we're just sort of exhaling. And I got to tell you, I understand this is a caveat. This is not supposed to be part of this, but I'm going to say that moms make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're exhaling. Make sure you're reading good books this summer. This is a great one, but but just really good literature and pouring into yourself this summer so you can and really bless your family. And I spent years not taking care of me, so don't do what I did. Take care of you, exhale, and enjoy. And that's what I'm going to do the next few days. So yeah,
good job. Good job. We all have fun and be safe down there. And she'll be in the group on Mondays doing live videos with us and talking with us. So as we read through the book, if you have questions, she'll be checking in during the week and, at night or she's a morning girl. We'll be at night.
And probably in the morning. Keep a list of things. You're going to be getting the book if you don't already have it. There's 68 things in the book. But if there's something else that you're saying it's not in there, please keep that list because I know there's other things that are not even in here. And the other thing I'm interested in as we go through the book is I want you to be paying attention to reactions of your kids. How are they responding to talking to them? And could it by any chance that I'll be translating to how you're responding to them? So that's just a little peek at what we're going to be talking about coming forward, but it's real exciting.
Yep. Wendy, Rachel, what time are you planning on doing the meetings on Mondays? Have you decided yet?
Know that we've decided that yet. Trish, you and I went back and forth. I'm pretty early on Monday, so y'all don't want to be up pretty early, but I don't know.
She's an early bird, guys. I mean, she is like a 4 o'clock in the morning up girl. So you do not want her first thing in the morning. So I wind down
afternoon. I'm not worth much, but I don't know, 8 or 9. Ladies, y'all tell me which one is 8. I can do 8 like this next week, and then.
Why don't we start at 9? That's going to be 8 Central, 7 Mountain. That's 6 Pacific. So let's do 9 in the morning next week, and let's see if that works. And and then she's going to be chatting in there. So she's going to be she's going to be around. She's not going to be an absentee author that's going to be off doing her thing and us doing our thing. She's going to be here with us the whole time. So let's see. It says, yes, thank you for that encouragement to feed our brains with good books. Yay.
And see, I think this is a book you could come around like in your neighborhood or at your MOPS group or just
somebody's already talking about doing that in the group. Somebody already said they have one of your other books, your first book, and she did a book club with your first book. So you don't have to go find her in the group, but she's in there. She's already talking about that. I was like, yay! So she said next Monday is Memorial Day. Are you still going to do the chat on Memorial Day? Yeah, good question.
I can do it Tuesday. Doesn't have to be Monday.
Yeah, because everybody will probably be off on Monday, running around. Yeah. So we'll do it Tuesday. Thank you for saying that.
Thanks.
Yep. Tuesday sounds good. Yeah. Okay. So my son actually ignored me this morning. Then he told me that was because I had ignored him. Oh, there you go, Wendy. Yeah. This is a timely message for you, huh?
Thanks for that honesty, Wendy. Wow. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. We all have to do that. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So we will see y'all in the group. And when are you You're going to Africa too, right? When are you going?
I'm going. It's a good question. I leave June the 16th and come back the 27th.
So she will be sporadic at best during that time because she can't do live streams. So the best we're going to get out of.
Yeah, I can do Facebook. And I just can't. Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll be chatting with us, but she won't be necessarily doing live streams from Africa.
Right.
Although if you can, I really want you to. If you get one in front of an elephant or some fun, yeah, you have to do that, right?
I will do that if I can. We're going on safari today, so if I can get a shot with a monkey or a hippo, I'll do that for you.
Yeah, a monkey. There you go. That would be fun. Oh my goodness. I'm so jealous. Y'all have a great time on that. But we'll be back in the group here in a few minutes. And thank you so much, Rachel. I'm really looking forward to it. And we will put this in the group so that it will be available for everybody that could not join us this morning. So thanks, Rachel.
May God be glorified, ladies. Have a good week.
Amen. Okay. I'm turning off the recording.